I'm walking backwards up a very slippy slope here, so cut me a little slack on the on the steadiness of the camera, okay? In fact, this is the way we have to go up. So this is a real son of a gun, this one, in the truck. Because the truck slides over into that deep rut on the right. Manarado to the rescue.
Please like, comment, give us a thumbs up. Thank you.
Right on my foot. Honey, it's not the wall of death, you know. You can stay to the center. In the background you can see the secret house in the mountain. The house that we helped to finish for that family. Remember, they'd gotten as far as they could and needed some help, so we were able to publish their story, post a video of it, and we were able to help them. Thanks to you, our incredible family of subscribers. This Manarado at the back there, he's carrying the young'un. And on the back with Beth is RJ. Wow, some pretty dark clouds up ahead. Let's hope that we get home before they do. So there's that little house, little secret house in the mountain. That's what we called it. It's not secret, of course. It's not secret. I should louder my voice. Okay.
Our house is still at the back of that red black, you know, black mountain. I told him that our house is still at the end.
I don't think he's too bothered about the walk, is he? RJ, how are you doing? Good? Good fun? Naling alpaca. Now this is a pretty muddy tract here, and this is a carabao pool, and that is Beth on the carabao, taking a long way around to avoid this part here. And that sound is a child crying for the mother. As if she's left the planet. Mama! Mama!
It's not easy to be a driver of the carabao.
Oh, you poor thing. My heart bleeds for you. Now here is where the mountains really open up. You can see this is not what you might think of as mountains, but the altitude makes it so. Now look at the weather. The weather is closing in from that side. That actually is towards the house where we're going, and chances are we'll see some rain before we get there. I think we're seeing some rain already from that child. So you really can see, if you're fortunate enough to see what a beautiful place this is. There are certain places up here that I stop, especially when I used to ride the bike, and Teleclit would come with me. And we had our favourite places that we stopped just to look at, and I would tell her, Teleclit, you will remember this time as the happiest in your life. And I still believe that. It just seems an irony to me that with so much beauty, the child requires to have change. And the child has to have change even at the cost or the expense of it not being a good change. Because we need change to grow. We need challenges to grow. Challenges are not always great. They're not always enjoyable. Sometimes they're real tough. That's what a challenge is. But look at this now, look. What a beautiful place, to my mind. No doubt someone will say, how can you live up there? There's nothing there. Well, actually there's lots here. But if you are closed down to the idea of this being a place of beauty, an experience of beauty, then of course it won't be to you. I'm in danger of becoming really hackneyed on this phrase, but it is true to say that no one size fits all. Just because this is beautiful to me doesn't mean that it's beautiful to you. Or you. Or you. Now, when did you ever take the groceries home like that? Now, what we're going through right now, or about to go through, is a palm plantation. You can see how the palms are all regularly planted, but you can also see that they're not in great shape. That grey look, the dead leaves, dead branches, mean that it's gone into, if not disuse, it's not as well kept as it should be. So this is a plantation that has not been really effectively husbanded and harvested for some time, although we do see, I think they're almost like bootleggers, like phantom harvesters, that they come in and they harvest what they can without taking care of the plantation, and they make money like that. So this track that we're on right now, it does see some real punishment from the trucks. And I say that, and yet here I am about to get a truck for us, and we're going to be using that truck on this very road, and it will be a bigger truck, and it will have double wheels, and it will be four-wheel drive. So we're going to be up for doing some voluntary road maintenance, which we already did quite a lot when we got the little red truck, but over time nature reclaims what's hers. Sounds like someone has a generator going over there, but I thought that Nanai said that when she when she called this morning, she said that the power was back on. And there they are, and that kid is still crying. He is the youngest, so he is the baby, and it tends to be very clingy. You see how dense the palms are here, and that's another path. What I found with Filipinos is that they carve another path very, very easily. There used to be an old path here. This is actually what we think of as the new path, but the old path is right there, and you can't even see it anymore. Nature reclaims itself, as I say, so very, very quickly. Now this is one place when we pick up people who are walking, say, can we give you a ride? Now if it's me that's saying, can I give you a ride, I usually look and say, and point my hand up like that, and they know that I'm going straight. There's nowhere else to go. But this is one path where people live up there. I've never been up there, but it obviously is a barangay of sorts. There's the old path. That's the one I used to ride as a motorcyclist. But then it started to be cut here, and it was cut here by the people who do the palm oil harvest, such as it is. And they came along with their truck and they cut this new path. And I'm wondering if I'm still recording. Yes, I am. That's another place where people disappear when we offer them a ride. And I should really try to catch everybody up. And very soon we'll reach the point at which we're always talking about our road, the road. Well, the road for us, what we cut, is coming up very soon now. And our neighbour, Oping, and his family lead off to the right, and we go to the left, or go straight. And there's the guys with Beth on the carabao, and they're about to go straight. The thing about the path is that it's very, very boring actually for a lot of the way. Well, not boring, but easy to drive. Let's say easy to drive. And then occasionally you get these very difficult areas. And so we're coming up to one of those difficult areas, and you'll see that in a moment. Where Beth is right now, that's where we started our road. Before we started on that road, it was a path about 15 or 20 inches wide for walking, and a little bit wider for the carabao, who walked in the middle and dragged the sled, as you're seeing now. And there's the path up to Oping's house, and he actually lives along a path which continues, and there is a barangay up there. Sometimes we see crowds of school kids, and we load them in the back of the truck and we bring them to there. Now this is the part that was quite difficult for us to forge. I say us, but in actual fact it was Superman Manangrado, and he was the one that came along with James Bond, his carabao, and he carved this with a hand plough, and he carved it out, and then the rest of the team came along, and they... Who is this? How are you? Actually, I'm not quite sure, but I think that's Ontong, who is the younger brother of Nisa. So this is where it gets a little bit tricky now. You can see that's a real bump there, going over that in both the truck and the bike, which I haven't done for quite a while, is quite a challenge. Now I have to confess that on the old path, which is not this road, on the old path from here, from the road up to the house, I actually have to confess that I dropped the bike no less than 3 times. 3 times. That was the brand new bike. I broke off the hand fairings. So they've given this boy some tough love. They've said, there's no need to cry, but if you really want to, you can stay behind and get your mum. Are you coming with me? No crying? No crying. Okay? You come with me? No crying. Okay, you stay for your mum. Okay. Now, for those who are worried, nothing can harm. There's nothing here, and his mother is walking along a little bit behind. So, either he will stop crying when he realizes that no one's listening to him, or he will walk back and find his mother, who is somewhere behind. Now, well, come! 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 Here! Come on! No, he doesn't want to. He wants to stay there and cry. Now I think you can hear that he has stopped crying. So it works. I often think when I see, or I used to see in supermarkets in America, I used to see extremely spoilt brats who would throw a tantrum because they couldn't have something that they wanted, and the mother would be so embarrassed that she would give the child what it wanted. So guess what happened the next time that they went to the supermarket? As soon as a child wanted something, he just threw a tantrum. Now, why did he do that? Well, he did it because he tried it once and it worked. There we go. That's the lesson. So Beth is quite ahead now. This is still our path, because from where I told you was our road, well, that was the road that we built. Now, up to the tree that you can see there. Right, I'm showing a tree. Now that's the road, that's the point at which it parts into a path going over the hill there, and that goes to the house of Perry. It also goes to the house of Beth's uncle. Those two families enjoy the road up to there, and then they go on their own path after that. So our road actually benefits more than one family. It doesn't just benefit us. The other point about this path is that it benefits those rice workers during the harvest, because they can come all over here and they can go through our property. In fact, sometimes we'll get, say, a man riding one carabao and pulling 2 tethered carabaos, and maybe even a baby. So what's happened here is that I think the carabao needs to be watered. So did we find...
Where is the car?
Where is the what?
The little car.
The mother has it.
Okay.
I did go back and ask about it. Is Rado... No. If anybody wants to know if that... Okay, well I did drop out for a moment there. The guys are waiting. Manorado is giving the carabao a bath. James Bond deserves his bath when he's walked so far. And one of the things about the carabao is that they really need to be wetted down. They have to, that's why there are so many, along the way there are so many different carabao pools where they can bathe. Now this is the first real shot that you get of our hill. That's our hill, that big collection of coconut trees and palm trees up there on the hill. And over there, to give you an idea, these are the rice fields that my brother-in-law tends. Not all of them, but that one there, that collection of mango trees. Can you be quiet for a moment, honey? I'm still talking. That one house there is Manarado. And now, my interrupter general, what did you want to say?
You need to run because it's gonna rain in 5, 4, 3.
3.5.
Yeah.
Oh, 2.5. Okay, so this is a drop spot for our materials, ballast, cement and stuff like that, and that's a turnaround place for the truck that delivers. They're not very fond of delivering up here because of the mud. Now this we are very proud of. This is our bridge. Oh my goodness, look how it's grown over. Now this is our concrete bridge. We're very proud of this bridge. We designed this. Ah, look, there's Ebeth, that's Beth. And Jenilyn, that's Talaklik. Terence. Nanai is Maxima. And when this drains down, boy, there's some water. Now this is very funny because over here, I don't know whether you can actually see it. No, you can't really see it. But there's Balaluk came down. We'd forgotten to put his name. Now we're into the tunnel, by the way. We forgot to put his name on, so he sneaked down before the concrete was dry on that side post and he put it on himself. Now this is the... don't think that this really gets over just how steep this is, but it's one of those that's so steep that I can't actually walk up with feet flat on the ground. I have to walk up on tiptoe most of the way. So this is it. Now when we get the new truck, all of this on the right hand side is going to receive the attention of Manarado and James Bond and the plough, and they're going to cut at least another 2 feet out of it. Now look at this here. This does get difficult, and this is very steep, and this is an adrenaline rush in that little truck of ours because we have to blast it up this hill. As soon as we get round that corner, we gun it and get up. Sounds like Beth is hammering the door down. This is the huge mango tree that you always see. And that red monstrosity there is the house that we built when we first came here. And we've been working on it for 2 years, but the last almost a year, well, more than 2 years, 2.5 years, but the last almost 2 years, the last almost year, we have actually not done very much work at all, if any at all, because we've been working on our channel, making videos like this one. Now this is Nanai's house. Now Nanai's house has changed very little. We got that carport on because we wanted a truck to be out of the way. That's my bike. It doesn't get used very much, and this is the porch. Okay, that's our guest house up there. And Nanai's house has not changed a great deal in almost 50 years. Here's the dogs. Snow, come here. Snow, you and Miney, get down. Get down, you dog. Get down, you old dog. Yes, you are an old dog. Yes, you are. Stop licking me. Go on, get off. Okay. Now I petted the dogs. If I could just go around and kill a chicken, well, life would be good. So there's the, well, there's the house as it's such as it is, and we still haven't put all of the cladding on, as you can see, which I really should attend to, but I don't know, these days I don't feel so courageous about mounting a long bamboo ladder which gives and creaks and groans and sways, and trying to use an electric drill and a rivet gun on that. There's our two windows, which we're very proud of, and that's the one that's going in next. That's a little piece of artwork that I started and didn't get time to finish. Don't we all do that? And now, that's a little carport that I put up myself for the bike, and it doesn't get used quite so much now because they put the bike out of the way in the carport. Go figure. Well, that's enough from us. We're home. Thanks for looking in. This is a foreigner in the Philippines, a foreigner at home. Bye for now.